We're live, guys. We're live, guys. So, according to the breaking news, we're just gonna hear from the 19 minute football. I'm gonna bring out the link out, guys. So we're gonna talking about Halland Janjantua move from Borussia Dortmund to Chelsea in a 150 million pounds bid from Chelsea. Chelsea are about to kind of bid for the transfer of Halland for 150 million. So it's gonna be structured for like 4 years, for like 5 years. So it's gonna be structured in a deal like the way JJ Sanchez is gonna be structured. So we're gonna pay Dortmund like I'll call it we're gonna be paying based on bonuses and how much is won for the club, like the way Dortmund is being paid. So it's gonna be like a very complicated deal that will get done, but it's gonna take a huge amount of time to get it done. So my question to the panel is, can we get this deal done over the line? It's gonna be difficult because according to the report, let me bring the report out, guys. Let me bring it out. Let me bring it out, guys. Hold on, guys.
It's really not a big deal. I mean, I contracted with a member of the team. I get it. But I thought that you might think badly of me if I told you. So I didn't. I am sorry I deceived you like
So, according to the report in which it says, hold on, I'm kind of bringing out the report right now just to show you guys. Because according to the report from the football terrorist, it says Chelsea will offer up to 150 for Borussia Dortmund striker in Halland this summer. Chelsea believe this could be a large enough bid to secure Halland, confirmed by the ECMO, and also it also confirmed by saying also. Chelsea have already held legal talks with Halland teams, and personal terms are not an issue. Halland is excited by the idea of joining Chelsea. Chelsea are now looking into payment structures and makeup of the hurdles. So, guys, that is the report given to us at the moment. Like the issue is about finding the bid to bid for him, and also the kind of what's called the structure, how the structure is gonna be weighing up to kind of get into the to Stamford Bridge. So it's gonna be a difficult deal to pull in because Aland for me is a pure. When you talk about goal scorer, he is a goal scorer. My issue has been with the Chelsea team is buying a record signing over and over. And but when you have a chance of getting a striker like Haaland, you cannot miss the chance of getting him. So I believe we have the chance to get him. But my problem is with the team is we just have to find a way to structure the deal to make it work for us in terms of getting the deal done. So I'm happy getting him. I'm not gonna be angry getting it because I've been saying it recently. I've been on Marina's what's called Marina's back for a very long time. So it's a difficult deal to pull out, but I believe we have the structures, we have the money to pull it out. We just have to find a way to structure the deals and make it up. So because the Dortmund the training structure is gonna be starting by the 28th of this month, or possibly 23 or 25, something like that. So we're gonna find a way to structure the deals to make it work for us in a way that we're not gonna have a problem in it. So guys, it's difficult to kind of pull out the deal, but I believe we have the chance. We have the what's called for me. We have the chance to pull it out. We just have to kind of structure ways in which Borussia Dortmund, we 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 accept the deal because it's a difficult deal at the moment. Will be Alan the Chelsea number one target. There are so many reports already bringing that already at the moment. So I believe once we pay the money, we should be ready to go, guys. So I believe we have the ability to do it. We just have to find a way to structure the deal to make it work for us. Just have the money. We just have to find a way to put it out. I believe it could get done. It's just a matter of how long will it get done. So my issue is okay. How long will it get done? That's my issue. But guys, before we continue, make sure you like the vid. Like the vid. I've sent down the link out here to you guys if you want to join in and give your say on it. So like the vid, subscribe to the channel, like that vid, subscribe to the channel, like the vid, subscribe to the channel, guys. because we're not gonna stay too much longer on this because we're prepping up for the final matches of the Euro 2020 between England and Denmark. So because the first one was yesterday between Italy and Spain, in which Italy went to the final, they went to the final, but via Jorginho penalty shootout by Jorginho. So today's gonna be the Denmark versus England matches. So it's gonna be like the team of is coming home, is coming home, is coming home. So Denmark versus England, and also we're gonna be talking about what's called we were already talking about Halland. I just wanted to base much about Halland. So my guys are coming on very soon, like Emmy, Sam, Chimi, Rianku. They are coming on to have their say on it. Just so any question you guys want to ask me, you guys can ask me the question. I'm gonna kind of give my best and try and answer you guys as much as I can. So hold on guys. Uh So, guys, you can answer me any question you feel like answering question for me. I will literally kind of answer you guys. Also, it's difficult at the moment because the deal is a very complicated deal. So, but I believe it will get done. It's all about because according to Dean Jones on the football terrace, he said it that Allah has to be 100% assured that okay, I want to come there. I want to come down and show Chelsea that I can do it. So it's gonna be very difficult. So, sentiment, how you doing, brother? I do. We're talking about Haaland to Chelsea with the maximum of 150. Let me bring out the report again. The report said, let me bring it out for you to see. Um, this is the report we're getting out. He said Chelsea will offer 150 million for Haaland and another this summer. Chelsea have this could be a large enough to secure Haaland, confirmed by this report. Also, it also continued by saying Chelsea have already had lengthy talk with Haaland team, and the personal terms are not an issue. Haaland is excited by the idea of joining Chelsea. Chelsea are now looking into the payment structures and makeup of the deal with add-ons also too. So, sentiment. What you take on the what's your take on the Haaland deal? So what is your take on it? Because for me, based on the report I'm hearing out now, we could pay up to like I believe 135 million pounds, approximately 150 million euro to get him done. So it's not gonna play at once. It's gonna be a structured deal in which it's gonna take I think 5 years, something like that. Because yeah, yes, exactly. It won't be done for a month. Yeah, that's what the problem is. We're gonna do it like the way Sancho was done by United because United have to pay like 5 years for Borussia Dortmund to get the deal out of Sancho. So we're probably gonna do the same thing, the same also thing with Haaland too. My issue is that we're gonna do the same thing with Haaland too. It's not gonna be like boom, one time, boom. It's gonna be like something gonna be structuring out a lot. So it's gonna be a complicated deal that is gonna take huge lot of time to do. But I believe it will be done. It's a matter of it's a matter of how willing are we as a fans to go. Yes, yeah, according to the report, personal terms is not a problem. Yes, yeah, that personal terms is not a problem. Sentiment is not a problem. It's been agreed already. Mino Raiola has been spoken to by the Chelsea hierarchy. So personal terms, Alan is even willing to join Chelsea because of he said he believes in the philosophy and the system in which Chelsea plays. So terms is not a problem for him to join. So United are proper CFC is a rich man. Sentiment, man. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. Like it depends though because I don't think we're gonna pay the money instantly like that. We're gonna find a way to structure the deal to make up with hurdles and everything. So we're gonna find a way to figure out how it's gonna be done. But I believe it will be done by 150 at once. It's gonna be like it's gonna take a lot of deals towards 5 years. The way Nicolas Pepe for Arsenal has been done for like 5 years. Same thing with Sancho with Dortmund. So it's gonna be the same way too. I don't want to make sure that we find a way to structure the deal just to make sure everything works out. I believe the Chelsea board are intelligent enough to understand how the deal is gonna work, what is gonna take for the deal to be done. So it's not a worry, it's not a worried issue. I believe the deal will be done. It's just a matter of how we want to structure the deal. So guys, for people who are kind of having a little bit of issue about it, yeah, we're working on Who do you think need you? Who do you think you need or position to fill? I think the number one priority for me sentiment is the striker position because, man, I won't lie. According to the stack, we created the most chances creation under Thomas Tuchel, and with the problem we cannot put the ball into the back of the net. Imagine having a player like Halland in. Oh my God, those chances we bringing in is gonna be those chances we creating. It's gonna be like woo, legit killing for me. So, hi EJ, how you doing, brother?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Do you hear the report?
Nah,
Let me bring it out. According to the report, Chelsea is gonna like pay 150 for Haaland. The way Dortmund are doing with Sancho, we're gonna pay like almost like 150 million euro, 135,000 pounds. This is the report. Chelsea have had talks already with Haaland, so this is the first one here because the football is already bring that out, but this is the report here. 150 Haaland. So Manchester believe they could be large enough to bid for Haaland. And also, according to this reporter, same reporter also said Haaland is Chelsea number one target. He also said Chelsea have already had a preliminary talk with him. And partner terms is not the problem. And what Chelsea are looking at now is all about payment structures and makeup of the adult. So it's gonna be paid for 5 years. The way Dortmund are paying up with Haaland, it's gonna be paid for 5 years.
it's a good day for Chelsea, Like it's really, really a good day for Chelsea. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping like he's able to adapt really quick because that could be a problem in his first year.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see players like Kai Havertz, like all of these new signings.
But what I like about Haaland is his mentality. He has this Ibrahimovic mentality that he don't care what anybody say. He will perform regardless of what anybody say. He will perform regardless.
Yeah, but even at that, that's too much of a money. But
Yes, I know, but you know why I say it's okay because we're gonna be paying them in the next 5 years, which is okay. We can
yeah,
easily structure the deal out for like 5 years, which is okay for me. I don't think sentiment. I don't think we need too much. We only need a striker and possibly like a winger because we have Ziyech, Pulisic, and those people they have to step up. I think we need more of a creative player that will help Alan. But when we have like Mason, Kai, and this kind of, they'll see they'll fill in those gaps we miss. We don't need too much signing. We only need one or two to kind of eclipse what we have.
maybe a DM.
A DM, yeah.
Yeah, so like maybe one more DM.
Mm-hmm.
Kante is the only guy filling the spot for now, and Jorginho is not really a DM, but
Yeah, it's not a DM. It's
Reg-
more of like
yeah,
register something like that.
yeah,
What about Sa? Are you talking about Malam Sa? He's a defender, so it should be. I think it will be loaned out though to get more experience in the Premier League. We can't just kind of bring him in because it's gonna be complicated. We have so many defenders at the moment at the club right now, in which most of them are on high wages that need to be sold out first. So we need to find a way to structure the deal to renew the contract for most of the players and get them ready for the Premier League for me. So EJ, your take on you seeing the news out now that we're gonna be bidding for that kind of amount of money. What's your expectation for him? Because people say it's gonna flop. So what do you call flop?
I don't know for them, but like what would be a flop is 10 goals. Maybe if he had only 10 goals this season.
Do you think Alan will score 10 goals this season? I doubt it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a flop, like 10 goals season.
Mm-hmm.
But if it get 20, 25, I think
Yeah.
that's fair for a season. I mean, in the PL, not just like in
Mm-hmm.
overall competition, but overall competition,
Mm-hmm.
a flop would be like maybe if you get like just 15 to 20 goals, then
Mm-hmm.
but
Because
you can't really call it a flop because it's still his first season, and players adaptation from a new country, a new team, a new face. You have to build your chemistry.
mm-hmm.
So I think 20 goals for you guys in his first season
Mm-hmm.
will do a lot. Even without like a player with 20 goals, you guys were able to win the Champions League, and
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's a good addition. And Tuchel is like playing
Mm-hmm.
conservative right now with the
Yeah.
three at back.
Do you know the funny part? According to the stats, Chelsea has created the most chances under Thomas Tuchel. Our problem is just about scoring those goals. But with the caliber of player Haaland is, he will score those goals. Those chances we created, he will score those goals. Imagine him just being our penalty taker overall for the foreseeable future, like him taking the penalties and everything. Do you know how many goals he's gonna score by the penalties? Because he's a prolific number 9.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said like right now, teachers excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
teachers going conservative, but like
Mm-hmm.
with Ireland in there, it doesn't have to play with the back three because like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you're scared of conceding goals, so you think, oh, I need to play back three
Mm-hmm.
just in case our strikers doesn't have the magic that day. But
Mm-hmm.
now with Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
you have a goal scorer like a fox in the box that can sniff the ball. I mean,
Yeah,
not sniff the ball, but like
they can
they
score the goals. Yeah, I
they can
agree.
know that this is where the boy is gonna come in and is gonna score. Be it either left leg, right head, like it's gonna get you a goal. And
Mm.
it's a presence in the box. Like some players, their presence in the box. When they're in the
Mm-hmm.
box, you know that yeah, this is a striker I'm facing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be helpful for Chelsea Football Club right now. And if this bid come true, I can see them getting second or even win the Premier League this season.
Do you agree with this? Alan must get 25 goals on competition. All
Yeah,
comes
yeah, in his first season, I
in first
think
season.
it's fair. But then after first season, he has to be getting like more than that.
Mm-hmm. And also, Sentiments also said Alan has a lot of ego. Yeah, ego, or is it?
It's not a negative one though. There's two type of ego: negative
Mm-hmm.
ego and the positive ego. I think it's more of like the positive one. He always wants to win. Like you
Mm-hmm.
see this guy always wanted to win. Taunting goalkeeper. Like when
Mm-hmm.
goalkeeper do something not
Mm-hmm.
cool to him, he gets it to the goalkeeper really physical. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the type of ego he's talking. He's not the one to cause like havoc in the
I
dressing
would.
room,
Mm-hmm.
like or going around and saying I'm the best player. I'm all of this is a guy that is like really really hungry to score goals.
Yeah.
Like when he said, "Oh, he saw Mbappe scored an hat trick," so he decided also to like did this score a brace the next day or like hat trick too? I don't fully remember against Sevilla. So he's just the type of guy always want to win. He has the winning mentality, even though he's still like young.
Yeah. Yeah.
19, 20.
Because it will be 21 in the next 2 weeks from now on. From in the next week from now to the next 2 weeks, he'll be 21 years of age.
Yeah, so like, and that's what Chelsea need right now. A long time striker, not like all these short ones, like
Mm-hmm.
short term striker, and they're not like that consistent. But with him, you can see it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from the club, he came from RB. I forgot the name.
Salzburg.
Yeah, Salzburg, and then he went to like Dortmund. We weren't expecting him to pull off that much, and like you can see him, he's not just in the league. You guys can call it Farmers League. I mean, people can say
Mm-hmm.
Farmers League all the one, but when it gets to the CL, it still get his goal. It get physical with the players from around Europe. So you can say, oh, he hasn't showed up in big games. He has showed up in like a big.
Mm-hmm.
You know that yeah, this guy can do something for us.
He said, I've always seen Haaland score limited variation of goals. Like Timo, I feel he will struggle with the lack of space given to him. But yeah, but the problem is Haaland is more physical striker than Timo Werner though.
Yeah,
Haaland is more physical.
that's what I'm saying. Is like his physicality will help him. Like
Mm-hmm.
if he can handle the pace. And the
Mm-hmm.
good thing with him is like is becoming more of a footballer now. He's not just a goal scorer anymore. Now you see for Dortmund,
It kind of created chances for them to score
creating
goals.
chances for others to score goals, getting physical, having a better older play. Ireland in the past didn't have that. They didn't have that older play like a Giroud, all this Benzema, all this Lewandowski. But
Mm-hmm.
now he has like this older play, and I can get everyone involved, and he can also join in the attack.
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't know, I'm not sure about his space, but this
Mm-hmm.
guy have pace, and when you have pace, you can go in behind all this. Maybe not the top six defenders, but like against other team, he can use the spacing behind, or a Liverpool that press high. A Manchester United are more conservative.
Yeah, more defensive. Yeah.
Man City that is like they push that defender forward. It can use the space and run it behind him and can create score some goals. I think it can get 25G in our competition and even maybe higher. Because he's just a guy that want to score and win.
Mm-hmm. So what does it do for Chelsea going forward in terms of the Premier League and the Champions League? Because the question is, we are the Champions League. Can we retain our title with Haaland in as a number 9? It's
That's
tough. That's
yeah,
a tough question.
yeah. That's a tough question. Maybe you guys can get to like semi-final or like or a semi-final maybe, but it's gonna be tough because you're seeing all teams around Europe too. You don't know what they're doing. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
Bayern is still there, even though
Is Giroud staying? So if so, no, Giroud is going to AC Milan. Giroud and Tammy Abraham they are getting sold. Abraham is going. Giroud also is leaving.
yeah, he's just talking about his old play. You know.
Oh, so it will be good for the kid to learn some Odo. Yeah, Giroud is leaving and Tammy Abraham too is leaving. So we're gonna be left with maybe like Kai Havertz. So that's why we need the proper number 9 because Tuchel already said this. He said he doesn't want overhaul. He only want 1 or 2 players or 3 max just to help the team together. That's it. And we all know Chelsea board, especially Roman, want Haaland. His main priority is Haaland.
Yeah, so like he's like I can see guy getting the semi-final, but you know, like all other clubs too, like they're looking to adding more squad depth, like getting all of this good players. You know, retaining the title is like
Mm-hmm.
it's tough. You know, we all thought Liverpool was gonna retain them. Just
Mm-hmm.
they didn't. Bayern Munich, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like even you can say, oh, Real Madrid, they have Ronaldo. I look when you have Ronaldo in your team and
Mm-hmm.
guys with experience that has won for their club and country, I think that kind of help. And I know you have Tuchel, like Tuchel is there to manage. I think he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tuchel can really defend his title.
Oh, Samuel got it. Let me pull out the report for you again. I think you didn't see the report. So Sam, this is where the report now. So because I think you are asking, say what is happening with Haaland. So this is the report I'm getting. Hold on. Um, so this is the report I'm hearing now. Uh, so Sam, this is the report. We will offer 150 to Borussia Dortmund for Haaland, and Chelsea believe this could be a large enough bid to secure Haaland, confirmed by this reporter also. As confirmed also too is the number 1 priority for Roman Abramovich. Chelsea have already had lengthy talk with Haaland team, and the personal terms are not an issue. Haaland is excited about the idea of joining Chelsea. Chelsea are now looking into the payment structures and making up of the hurdles. So Sam, that is the report on Haaland. So why Haaland the system will change? So yes, see, we build up possession, we change. I don't. It's tough. I don't think so because if we bring Haaland in, it won't change more of the way we play. Though it won't change more of the way we play because Haaland is a pace striker. He has space and he can run. He can run.
Yeah, and that's why Timo Werner, no matter how you guys want to bash the guy,
Mm-hmm.
he plays ahead of some guys like Pulisic
Mm-hmm.
and all of these good wingers, you know, because he uses his space. You know, so I think it's gonna be important for you.
Mm. Fair enough. Ralph, how you doing?
Good, I'm good, I'm good.
Give me your take on that.
Um, hmm, I'm not convinced.
How? Give me your take. Why? Why are you not
We
convinced?
need creators around him, man. But
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know what? Do
creators
you know
around him.
why?
But the
Do you know
problem is,
why I don't have the confidence? It's
mm-hmm.
because of what I saw last season. But I'm expecting, and I hope Chelsea are expecting the attackers to improve.
To improve, yes. Because Chelsea said they don't want to go above financial fair play because we don't know what's going to go on with the financial fair play with the way teams are signing players at the moment. So they want to make sure that those stuff are getting ready. We don't want to, yeah, we don't know. You don't have a problem in the foreseeable future. We'll be signing instead of signing our first team, we're gonna be signing our second kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm expecting Pulisic. If Pulisic does not improve next season, for me, we
Mm-hmm.
have to sell him there for the win season.
Yeah.
He has to. He has no
Mm-hmm.
excuse.
That's what I said. They have to.
For me, Pulisic has been here for years, and if he
Yeah.
doesn't improve next season,
Mm-hmm.
he
It's
has
gonna
to
be a
go for
problem.
me.
gonna be a problem if he doesn't improve because my problem is that's why I want those winger to step up because if there's a step up, he's gonna use at least a burden from the striker. It's gonna help them a lot.
For Callum Hudson-Odoi, I just want to see more game time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily like Pulisic. Callum Hudson-Odoi's development got stunted because of the Achilles injury, so you have to be patient with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Ziyech, I'm expecting him to step up. He's much older than all these guys.
He's
In his
28,
prime.
20, 29, yeah.
He's turning age 29 soon, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting big things.
Yeah,
Haaland,
exactly. Yeah, like,
Haaland,
but
we need to be careful with him. We can't just expect so much. You might take time to adapt to the Premier League, so it's a gamble. Every transfer is a gamble. So,
but do you think it worth it? Even do you think it worth this gamble? Even if you take the gamble,
it's a gamble worth taking. You have to. We have no choice because Lukaku's staying at Inter. Harry Kane and Tottenham will never do business with us. So we have no choice.
So we have to take the gamble.
Otherwise, we can just.
I don't think Halland will play on the winger. Halland is a number 9. He is a number 9. He's a born goal scorer. I do not think he will be placed on the wing. I don't think so. Do anybody think he's gonna be placed on the wings? I don't think so.
What, he's going to be playing on the wing?
Yeah, I don't think so. He's a born number 9.
No. My problem is last season as well. Timo Werner was our main creator. That's a big problem. Big problem.
Yeah, exactly, you're right. But the problem, I don't think he's gonna be playing. He's a born number 9. So I'm excited to see how all this thing gonna pan out. But are you happy with the structure Chelsea want to make? Like, just a time to pay the deal for like 5 years, not like once 150 once. They're gonna be paid for like 5 years.
That's how all transfers are paid. So to me, it's not new. I expect us to pay over a couple of years.
Wow. So what are the attributes excite you more? Alan coming to Chelsea. What are the attributes excite you more? Like, it's like, oh, this attribute, this and that. What kind of giving you that happiness? You say, okay, yes, despite me not confidence, but at least
it makes the club more recognized around the world because he's a superstar.
So does this also make us, like, in terms of going forward, does it also make us like a more threatening team both in Europe and the Premier League? Because people are saying if Alan comes in, guaranteed Premier League title. Do you agree with that or not?
Well, what did you say?
I said Alan already coming and people are already saying guaranteed Premier League title. Do you agree or not?
No.
No. Why do you think so? That is not a guaranteed Premier League title.
Unrealistic. For me, it's unrealistic. Too much pressure.
What if is a narrow front three of first night Timo, Halland, and Kayava? Either side Mount or ZH behind
No,
that
I don't.
part.
I don't want Werner in there, man. I don't like that guy.
And then the second, it will stay for a year and 2 if he have any sense. So he can wait for a bigger clause. The problem is he has a release clause. That's what people doesn't know. He has a release clause. He will never sue Chelsea next year. With Madrid coming in, Bayern coming in, a lot of clubs coming in for him. He will never ever sue Chelsea, regardless of it. So this is the right time for us to structure the deal with Dortmund and buy him out of Dortmund. This is it. For us to do it. This remind me of R9 deal for Inter back then in the 90s. We have Halland for 4 or 5 years, then he moved to Real Madrid. Thought, guys, if it is 4 or 5 years, I'm okay with that. But if it is 3 years, I'm gonna have an issue with that. I do not want the striker was gonna be here for like 3 years and moving. It's gonna hurt my feelings a lot. I do not want to after spending that money on it. No. And now we're not gonna spend 150. We're gonna be spending it in the next 5 years. So if we're gonna be spending money in the next 5 years, we have to. I repeat, we have to key him down for the foreseeable future for me.
What do you mean? He's not staying here. He's not staying here for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. I know.
He'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
He'll leave probably when he's
Yeah, someone said we
25.
need more than Alan. We need an extremely creative player that can work on low blocks. Yeah, that is why I said ZH, Pulisic, Odoi, Mason, Kayavat, all of them have to step up a lot in terms of their creativity. For the body not to be on Haaland himself alone. So that's why we need more. If you buy Haaland now, we need more creativity in that team. Grealish, yes, someone that will create more into the team that will make us look much better for me. That's my issue though. We need more creativity. Like Ziyech, that's why we needed him more in terms of the creativity in the team. He will create more. He wants to go to Madrid. That's why Mino want to put in. Yeah, I understand he wants to go to Madrid, but the problem is how Chelsea are not agreeing with the buyback clause. Mino is putting on Haaland. That is where the problem is. However, we do create chances though, but we just need the clinical finisher. Yes, exactly. That is kind of when you bring Haaland in. We're creating chances, but the problem is those chances we're creating, we need the proper number 9 that can score those goals. And when you have a player like caliber of Haaland in, then that for me give like an happiness like, oh, we have a number 9 that can even score these chances we've been creating, those goals. We have a number 9 that can score those goals. That for me makes me happy because now be like, yes, we have someone that can even score those goals. Not like last season when we were like, Timo score this, Timo score that. We have a number 9. Sentiment. Mino is a greedy man. Everybody knows that. Mino Reala is a bastard. I'm sorry for using those words. He's a bastard man. So it's a money will go. He wants money. Whatever he wants, it's gonna be. If it me, yes, exactly. So, man, I don't know what. Kingsley, Haaland will be a great signing for Chelsea. It will be, but the problem is, let's get it over the line first. Then I have a lot of stuff to talk about him, but I'll keep my thoughts until it is officially done. But we can't see Mount, Haaland, and Harvard, Moaha. The problem is we can't play a front three of Mount, Haaland, and Harvard. That will not work. We can't because we can't go. Even if we play a back three, we have to play Haaland more as a full guard number 9. And if we want to play back four, we're gonna play a back four that's gonna fit into what Haaland wants. So what system do you think we can play even if we sign Haaland in?
We say that again.
What system do you think we can play if we bring Haaland in?
What style of play?
Yeah, what system like do you think we can play? 4-3-3, 3-4, 3-5-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2.
It's hard, man. I don't know. We have to see.
Actually, it depends on like who you're playing. I think it has to do with who you're playing. There's a lot of formation you guys can do. Like to break down, there's a lot of formation you can do with this guy. When you're playing a team like Man City, I think you guys can still keep your back three that you guys are doing right now, but like you have to remove someone in the attack for Haaland, though. Even though who you guys are gonna take off, but you guys will have to take someone off.
It depends though, because somebody's saying the 4-3-3. How does the 4-3-3 work? Give me information when you're gonna play 4-3-3 with Haaland. How?
Yeah, but I think the formation right now is good for like a Man City, a Liverpool that likes to like that leaves space in behind. I think Alan with the back three guys can still go with that. But like with a West Brom and all of these guys that like play low block, you will need more creativity. So like you may have to like
3-4-2-1. Not bad. So people in the chat, give me information when you're gonna see a 4-3-3 where Haaland can work in. Because I'm trying to figure it out now. 4-3-3, ZH on the right wing. Who's on the left wing? Who's gonna
let's say
we have to play Mason Mount. What will Mason Mount play? We're gonna play Mason, Jorginho, and Conte together. What of Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I mean
Chelsea play position terrorism is a very interesting tactic, like pack the boss but attacking at the same time. Tuchel has a weird tactics. Tuchel is a madman. He is a madman.
Yeah, but
do you see the photo like, just sticking at the desk?
Yeah, with a 4-3-3, they can go when they're playing a West Brom like a full. They don't play Fulham anymore, even West Brom anymore. So okay, let's say Burnley. Like they will play low block. I think that's when you guys can play a four. Actually, I won't say 4-3-3, but like 4-2-3-1. You know,
Mm-hmm.
4-2-3-1 will be perfect for Chelsea. Play both Jorginho and this guy Kante.
And Mason Mount together in the midfield.
Yeah, even Kai Havertz, if not Messi man. Then you have Pulisic, you have Ziyech, and you have Haaland. Or instead of Pulisic, you can have Timo on the left wing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so like it's gonna be a good sign, and you guys can even have more protection for like in case your fullbacks are overlapping, someone can
Mm-hmm.
cover for them. A Kante can cover. You know, it's good with the defensive. Maybe if a Chilwell goes up, it's gonna cover for that space for Chilwell, or if
Mm-hmm.
Aspi or Rich James
Mm-hmm.
goes up, it can cover that space also. So like I think a 4-2-3-1 will be good if you guys are playing like all this low block team.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fascinating to watch who will be dropped. Maybe is Messi gonna be the 10 or is it gonna be Kai Havertz or ZH even playing the number 10? It can play it. It can play.
Exactly. It reminds me of Diego Simeone. We are attacking against small team, but against City and Liverpool, we're gonna play six at the back. Pragmatic, I guess.
It's not
Really?
pragmatic, but that's the only way to break them down. You just feel like that's what like Madrid did against Liverpool. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like it's not like we play pragmatic, but like you defend when you need to, and like when you can score, you can have a Jorginho that can give a long ball.
Center of the tempo of the team, yeah.
Yeah, give a long ball to your strikers or the wingers to use that space in behind. So like
Mm-hmm.
using your space in like using the space behind is
Mm-hmm.
different from like oh we're just parking the bus and not trying to create
To
space.
score.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they can use that. So I don't think it's actually packing the bus. It just that's the only way to win. You know, like
Sentiment said, I'm not sure if Alan can play lone striker, drop link up, or run him behind the hard yard. I think he can do that though, because he's young. He can also learn also. He's young though, which is an help for me though. He's young for me.
he plays lone striker for Dortmund. Am
For
I?
that one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not, so I don't know why not he's getting that from. You know, just
Mm-hmm.
must try. Eh? But I
Yeah.
give it like his older play though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's still learning on that. He's still like in the process of mastering that art. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been improving since he came to Dortmund. He looks to be improving because now you see him even trying to do that sometimes. Sometimes it fails and sometimes it's a success, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But and his physicality is helping him to do that, you know. Like when you hold up play, you need some physicality because you know the defenders are gonna be on you. So and is having that physicality to like try to hold up the play and wait for all other players to get involved with him. So I think he's getting better at that. And running
Mm-hmm.
behind, I think he can do that because he has pace. This guy has pretty little pace.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because I'm checking the statistics now. He scored 40 goals last season for Borussia Dortmund in our competition in Bundesliga last season. He scored 40 goals in all competition. I think in how many matches? I'm trying to calculate the matches. He scored 40 goals in Bundesliga. So him scoring that goal doesn't make him come to Premier League, doesn't make him he will score that goals. It's all about getting enough chance for him to score these goals. So Haaland can as long as you supply him the quality there, throw the balls, then he can utilize his space and power. Yep.
and I
Also,
think if ZH doesn't leave, there will be the really good chemistry because I just
mm,
suits him.
Ziyech is not leaving.
I mean that's why I said
Fabrizio already said he's not
oh,
leaving.
oh,
it's not leaving, and it's gonna help us because now we have a creative player in Ziyech who can just loop up those passes, back post passes. We
and,
Haaland could just
and
put it.
not even that, like, hey, I know you call it cross and inshallah, but
Mm-hmm.
when you have a player like Alan in the box,
Mm-hmm.
just cross the damn ball.
It's
Like
going in, yeah.
I mean, 9 out of 10, or let's say 8 out of 10.
He's
It's
scoring this goals.
that's I think like there will be the really good chemistry. They will know each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Because it reminds me of Kingston Poem. Is it Promise or Poems in
Quincy
Ajax?
Promise.
Kingston Poems together with ZH. Whenever ZH get the ball, He already know where Ziyech is gonna go. He's gonna go steady immediately, and he's gonna beat the offside line to score those goals.
Yeah, so I think that his style of play just fits Zia's style of play too. More. So I think there will really be a good chemistry. Ziyech like to play all of this one touch pass. I don't think like Chelsea play like that. They don't really play like one touch pass. Like most of the players don't.
I think Pulisic could be sold before Ziyech. Possibly though, very possible. He have to step up. If he doesn't step up, he will get sold.
The problem in politics is injury prone.
But this is what my take is. Mbappe is leaving next summer. I could say Pulisic is replacing Mbappe in PSG. It's possible.
Well, they're saying if Messi doesn't sign for Barca, yeah, then the PSG is going for Messi.
See, this is where the scenario is. If that because I said it, if Mbappe leave PSG, Jadon Sancho is the perfect replacement for him in terms of going. Now Sancho has gone to United now. If Mbappe leaves in the summer, I think Pulisic could be the replacement because Paris is like a brand,
No,
an American brand going there.
no, I don't see that.
You don't see that happening?
No. Pulisic is not that good. I don't think it's Paris.
No, Pulisic is good on his day. Is good. No, Pulisic is good on his day. He is so good. But the problem is all about injuries. That's my problem. He's been injured a lot. It's injury. See, sentiment. You are right. The injuries is why it will be sold first. Yes, you are right, but that's my problem because of the injuries and everything. Will be so. But my issue is if PSG sell him, if Mbappe leave next summer, PSG have to find a replacement for Kylian Mbappe. I don't know. They have to find a replacement for Kylian Mbappe. That's a big if. That's a big hole they have to fill. That's a big one. They have to fill. They have to find a player who's gonna fit into what the manager wants. That's why I said Pulisic may get so because he has to step up, regardless of what anybody say. He has to step up. I don't care about him. He has to step up. If he doesn't step up, there's gonna be a problem. So he has to step up.
Pulisic, yeah, he has to step. Like this is like his season now. Like you guys can get talent and all of that, but now you have to prove yourself in the starting lineup. You have to include yourself, not just hey. Sometimes you play, sometimes you don't play. Now you have to like get into the starting lineup and say,
Oh, but the problem is, Bayern Munich will not say. They said they're not gonna say Coman less than 90 million. Dortmund will not pay 90 for Kinsey Coman. I'm sorry, they will not pay 90 for Coman. They won't. That out of the way. Another one, Pulisic could be sold. Too much of the commercial aspect of the club needs to preserve. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but we can find a replacement though. But the problem is, I think this could work. Maybe player like Leon Bailey could go to PSG. Do you guys think that way to replace Mbappe?
I'm not sure,
Someone like him could replace Mbappe, but it depends on what PSG want though.
Yeah, true.
It depends on what PSG want. PSG have a structure of player they want, so it depends on what they want. Whatever they want will be determined. As long as he's young, he's staying. Yeah, he's staying. Pulisic is not that bad. It's just because of his injury that has been giving him an issue. If he can get the injury out of the way,
He's not that good for me. He's not as good. I think Cho is better.
yeah. See, Cho is better. I'm not disagreeing that, but Pulisic, we've seen Pulisic how good of a player he is. We've seen him how good of a player he is. Just need to get the niggles out of his way, these injury issues out of the way. Once he can get the injury issues out of the way, I think he will be a fantastic player for Chelsea Football Club. Because remember, I think he has 2 more years on his contract. So Ignora is coming soon. So he has to show that he has to step up and show that even if they want to give him that replacement or renewal, he deserves that money and he deserves it. He deserves it for me. So it's tough, but I think he will do well though for me. For me though. So what are you guys saying about Halland?
I'm excited, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
I mean, it is first season. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not that confident also, but I know like this guy has like a really winning mentality. He always like want to,
Yeah, he's not like Morata.
yeah, he always want to be the headline.
For me, if Morata had Cristiano Ronaldo's mentality, he'd be known as the best striker in the world.
I mean,
He has all the ability. Have you seen this? He's actually good, but his mentality
you
is
know,
so
like I
weak.
said yesterday, I didn't watch the Spain versus Italy yesterday, but when I saw Morata go, that was a good goal. Like the connection,
He's a good player, but his mentality is weak.
like in front of goal, I don't know what his problem is. You know,
This is why the big clubs have always tried to get him, because he's actually a good player. His mentality, that's the problem.
yeah, but with Halland, I think, hey, this guy's like, he always want to score, he always want to win. That's why I'm not saying I'm gonna be overhyping this move, but I think it's worth it. You know, like it's
Yeah,
worth it. You know, it's worth the
people
risk. Some players
people
are
know how much I like Cristiano and Messi. These guys want to win all the time. I want someone like that at my club.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Though. We've missed it a lot, though. See, he
We
has
have
the whole horse market waiting
we
for
haven't
us.
we haven't had a Maverick at our club.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want a Maverick, and he's one of them. We could have got one ages ago, but some scout wanted Tammy Abraham over Mbappe.
Hmm. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. With the way Chelsea wants to structure the deal, though, and even if Dortmund agree to the deal, are we gonna have see? We need to have a discussion about Mino Raiola because we know Mino Raiola to be doing this bullshit a lot for other clubs he goes to. So if Halland is scoring goals and is winning titles, will Mino Raiola say, okay, now it's time for you to move to Madrid or Barcelona? Like, sentiment, you are right though. See, it will be a fire in the Premier League because all eyes is gonna be on him because he's the
Where's
record
Samuel?
signing.
Is Samuel joining?
Yeah, Sam, I don't know if he's joining or not. It's gonna be a problem because see, Alan will be a fire in the Premier League, but the problem is, like I have so many stuff to talk about him, but I just keep my mouth shut because
I don't think you have to be like even. I don't. You may have a problem in the Premier League, but I think the guy will do well in the CL because he's used to like the Champions League. He
Mhm,
knows so many teams in the Champions League, so I think he will do in the Champions League, and it's a knockout stage, you know.
mhm,
So it's not like he needs like consistent goals like in the Premier League, you know. Like
mhm,
he may not be suited with all of this low block thing, but you know, in the Champions League, all the team playing is like all of these big clubs. You know, they always want to go for goals. They don't
yeah,
really sit back, you know. So I think it may do well. It may do well in the Champions League more than in the Premier League. But we'll see though, you know, like. But
mhm,
it's not the deal is not confirmed yet, so like we
mhm,
can't really say a lot.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
There
Tom,
ain't gonna be a
give me your
deal.
take on him.
What's up?
Yeah, yeah, give me
Take
your take on the on Haaland deal. Do you see the report?
what's the report like?
Oh, let me bring the report out. Hold on.
I swear if it's with the Sun or the fucking Daily Mail, something like that.
No, it's not the Daily Mail. It's the report though. This is what I saw though.
I was gonna
Uh,
say if it's with one of those two, you might as well take it with a bowl of salt, not even a pinch.
okay, this is the report. This is the report here. So it's
So,
gonna be
so
played.
Terry from the football terrace, then basically.
No, not him. This is the report. Sad, Wadia, and Eric Moore at the popular report. Terry just wrote out the what they said out. Those are the what they said out.
Click on sad. Click on sad.
Okay. Sad
No,
already said it.
I thought I knew who he was. No.
Oh,
Oh, he's Italian based.
yeah. So
So an Italian journalist is reporting on a German player who's playing in the
No,
German
no,
league.
no, 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 no. Go down, go down,
mm-hmm.
because there's like a thread.
uh,
He's That
This
guy,
is the person.
Terry.
This one.
I think it's that one. But he's spoken
This
to
one,
a
yeah.
lot of the guy that owns the channel
Agent.
has spoken to a lot of agents about this, and it's most likely we're going to make a bid before the training camp.
Yeah, before that's 23 of this month.
I was watching a video.
Yeah, before 23 of this month. Even Dean Jones Dean Jones himself said it already that Chelsea will make the bid for Haaland. But they're kind of putting all the money together. The problem is this is where what the man said. He said they are now looking into the payment structures and makeup of the add-ons. That is what they are looking into. It's gonna be like the way they paid the way you guys paid JJ Sancho to Dortmund on a 5 years. So it's gonna be paid every year, after like in the next 5 years. It's not gonna play at once. I don't know how much you're gonna pay every
Look,
year.
this is the thing, though, Abdulhadi. Even if you sell him, let me put it like this: if you have him for 3 years and then he wants to move every 3 years, you're still going to be paying off for a player who's not going to be there. If you submit to this 5 years, because I honestly don't think Haaland's going to stay at Chelsea long term if he does go.
Yeah, that's my problem because if you're gonna pay him for 5 years,
I'll tell you the main reason why I think he won't stay there long is based on money. Because I think he's going to Chelsea because he knows Chelsea have the money to buy him out right now. Yeah. They'll pay the wage to get him. He already knows that every Chelsea fan's hyped up about him anyway. And he knows that the owner of the club that he's going to really wants him anyway. And the manager wants him. So when you put it all together, really, there's not really going to be an element to say that he shouldn't go to Chelsea. He just wants to use it as a stepping stone. Straight away, he'll be there. He'll be at Chelsea 3 years. He might win a CL or a Premier League, a couple of trophies, and then he'll be off, regardless of the money.
Yeah, because
some Chelsea fans are in denial about it. They're saying, "Oh, he's staying here for 10 years."
Bullshit.
He
hates staying there for 10 years. I'll be very, very surprised if there's not a release clause thrown into the mix.
I don't think because Marina is against the release clause. She's against it. She doesn't want the release clause, and that is what we know.
There's not going to be a deal.
Yeah, I think she has to put one, but it has to be a big one.
She has to put one.
It has to be a big one. So look at what these guys. If Halland wants to leave, he will have to leave for 200 to 300 million. Oh, that's a big money, man.
Well, Mino Raiola is not going to agree to that high of a release.
By the time he leaves Chelsea, like you're gonna see the prices of players.
Exactly, because I know when Hazard left, Madrid paid 160 million for Chelsea.
Yeah, so they gave everyone thought in the media that it was 100 million. But it was 160. It was 160.
60, yeah, 160. So Hazard for that age, Madrid could pay that kind of amount for you. Imagine Halland being 23 or 24. You know how much, especially is Marina. And Marina, one thing I like about Marina is when she does deal, she's always making that deal exceptional. Like she wants the best for either herself or the club.
Abdullah, you ain't. Moreno won't even have to negotiate a deal because all it will be is Real Madrid or whoever will come steamrolling in. Here's the release clause money. They'll just go to the FA. Here's the release clause money. Release the player. Let us talk to him. Here's so much money, Erling. Right, come and join Real Madrid or wherever. Because he's just going to use you as a stepping stone club, and because there's going to be the whole Galacticos bollocks with Real Madrid, where come and be a Galactico like. Hazard had that dream to play for Real Madrid. Pogba had it, and it's never materialised. Exactly the same when we want to say about with some of the players that are still there now: Benzema, Modric, Kroos, all these players that have been there for a long, long time. Idolised with Halland and all this. It's absolute shite.
Longer than 5 years.
He won't stay at a club longer than 3 years now. I'll have you to that. He won't stay at a club longer than 3 years. Especially Chelsea. Maybe you might say more long term if he goes to a Madrid or anywhere like that. But
wait, if you buy him for 150 and you're telling me this cost has to be 200 million, for me that's not a gain. That is not a gain for me though.
Oh, Mino Raiola ain't agreeing to that. Hell no.
No. I don't think so.
He'll probably whack it on 150 and just say, right,
No.
we've got a return on investment.
The thing is about the deal, it actually makes sense for Chelsea because say if he performs to the level he can, you get all the money from the revenue, from all his shirt sales and everything else. On top of when he wants to leave, you'll get that money as well. It'll be a good deal, in my opinion.
That's true. That I get what this person is saying. Everybody said Hazard will live 3 years when he first came in. He ended up saying for 7 years. The market changes quickly. In 3 years, we don't know what will happen, what the market will be.
Yeah, but when Hazard went to Chelsea, nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, but no. But Hazard, but Real Madrid had Cristiano. Benzema is old.
They needed to replace him anyway because he was on his way out because of the taxes.
They still haven't replaced him. What has Hazard done?
Oh, he's done fuck all. Gone to McDonald's.
As much as I like Hazard, what's he done? No.
Gone to McDonald's.
Only Mbappe can try and replace Cristiano.
I agree. So this is why I say this is why more is complicated because let's say we say Halland now, we have to know. See, we have to understand what Halland wants because Halland. See, if Halland comes in, apart from money, it will demand more signing, like more world-class signing to the team. It will demand that.
I'm telling you now, Abdullah, he'll want money and he'll want a assist player to work with him, like what Sancho's done at Dortmund. He'll want that kind of partnership. He's not a player. He's a player who you can throw him in any team and he'll work. It doesn't matter about the system. If he play, let me put it like this: people can say with Jose Mourinho is one of the most defensivest coaches ever. Put him against Jose Mourinho, he still scores the goals.
Yeah.
Even if Mourinho coaches it doesn't matter about the coach or, in theory, even the way that the team plays. It's the personnel that I think affects how Haaland is going to play. Because if he's surrounded by, like you've said, world-class players, or if he has that partnership, like I've said, where he had that with Sancho, if he has that partnership, so I don't know, he hits it off as soon as he comes with Mason Mount or somebody who's going to feed him the chances, then if you can hit it off with somebody like that, then fair enough. You're going to build a good partnership and you're going to add more goals and more assists to your team.
This is where it's more complicated because if it's in terms of money, I don't think money will be an issue for Chelsea paying more money to him because as long as it's performing.
I don't think the fee, but I think the wages. Over time, it's going to hit you financially. Because you're going to be in the same situation Barcelona have been in with Messi.
Messi, yeah. And I don't want that to happen in the club. I don't want that to happen. That's why we have to.
Like I've said before, Abdullah, if you sign Halland now, you are limited. If you have a similar situation to what Liverpool had, where you've got no centre backs or something like that, and you haven't played midfielders there or something, if you buy Halland, you're fucked. You haven't got the finances to buy any centre back.
Anybody, but exactly.
We got the academy.
Mbappe isn't stroppy child like Cristiano Ronaldo. The same mental photo. Don't see Mbappe throwing tantrums on pitch.
Yeah, but
isn't a stroppy child. Wait. Stroppy child like Cristiano Ronaldo. What?
The one thing that I will say with Ronaldo is the mentality. Clearly, his mentality is better than Mbappe. Clearly, he's won more. And we can say, well, the age ranges are at the end of it all. I still think by the time that Mbappe finishes his career, I still think that Ronaldo will have more trophies than him.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll have more Ballon d'Ors than him. I'll guarantee you that, because I think out of Mbappe and Haaland, I think Haaland's the more destined to win Ballon d'Ors out of the two of them.
Out of Haaland and Mbappe, Haaland is more to win Ballon d'Or than Kylian Mbappe.
I thought Mbappe will. Haaland can't drive from a halfway line to the goal like Mbappe.
No, but he gets the goals. That's the only thing. You'll just have another Lewandowski situation, but in the Premier League, if he goes to Chelsea. I can't remember what the record is in the Premier League for most goals. What is it? Mo Salah's, is it?
Yeah, I think Mo Salah.
I think it's 32. I think it's 32 goals.
Yeah, I think Mo Salah, yeah. Because according to the report I'm looking at it, the report says, based on what I'm looking here, Alan scored 40 goals in the Bundesliga last season. He's the most apart from Lewandowski, who broke Muller record. Alan is the most clear player to score 40 goals in a season. It has never happened in all competition, though. Not one season in all competition.
Let me put it like this, though, Abdullahi. When you look at a lot of these stories, let's just put Halland to one side for a second. When you look at a lot of players right now who are should we say, in the bubble of possibly moving clubs, etc., the first place or the first thing that you hear about is Premier League.
Yeah.
That's the first league that you hear about where clubs are interested. Proof in the pudding with Sancho. Varane's, his preference is the Premier League. Ramos at one point, his preference was the Premier League until PSG offered him the contract that he wanted, that Madrid couldn't offer him for some reason. They couldn't offer him a 2-year deal. They wanted to do 12 months. Exactly the same with Camavinga, young up and coming midfielder, wants to come to the Premier League. Patson Daka, for example, young up and coming forward, is already in the Premier League. Samare, all these kind of players coming to the Premier League. And people like Halland, you'd probably say a similar thing. Why there would be no restraints on why they wouldn't come, though. There wouldn't be.
Exactly. Sentiment said Ballon d'Or has nothing but popularity contest. Who has more fun boss competition really as a Ballon d'Or? Don't be giving unbiased Kelly, Messi or Ronaldo.
Well, Lewandowski would have won it in that year.
Yep.
If
not for the COVID.
If he didn't win it,
I really
everybody
want
should
him to win it, but I think Messi's gonna win
If
it.
Messi wins the Copa America, Messi will win it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win the Copa America.
We have to wait and see. They struggled to win yesterday, if not for the penalty shootout. They struggled to win yesterday, if not for the penalties.
I don't care, Abdullah. I'm gonna fucking rip Fred apart when they play.
They're playing Brazil on Sunday. It's gonna be so difficult. Neymar has a point to prove, man.
A lot of players have a point to prove, though.
Yeah,
especially with the Brazil team.
If you have a choice, who do you build a team around, Albert or Halland?
Who do you build it? You don't build it around either of those two players for me.
You play as a team, though. You just play as a team. That's it. You play more as a team.
I don't like this where they say build around one player. You don't build around one player.
It's tough, though. It's tough. You can't just be like a team around just one player only. You gotta play more as a team, not individuals. Because if you play as an individuals, you will surely lose a match. But if you play more as a team, you'll find a combination of let me say, you play more there's a chemistry, there's like cohesiveness in the way you play. You play more as a team, you can easily win matches. Though. For me.
Well, building around the team is like what Liverpool tried to do with Coutinho until he said he wanted to leave. Same with Pogba at Man United, where he was the only world-class player at the club.
Yeah.
And you could have said at probably the time David De Gea. Well, he's past his sell-by date now, but if you're going to build that Chelsea team around any player, the player you need to be building around is Kante. Sign him up for another God knows how long contract and build the team around him. Because without Kante in that team, I'll tell you for a fact, you don't win that CL final.
Yeah.
Straight away. You don't even get past probably Madrid for me. He was the key player in that game. Especially in that second leg when Zidane switched it up.
Yeah.
But Tuchel saw what he tried to do, and then he just stuck Kante on. Who was the midfielder for thing? Was it Modric?
Modric, Casemiro, and Toni Kroos.
Yeah, he stuck him on Kroos, didn't he? So he couldn't play long ball. To release anybody.
So, but for me, it's gonna be tough though, because Alan is a rare player. Is a rare player you can find in
It's
world football.
Generational.
Is a player that is rare to find in this world of football. Very rare to find. If you don't take the risk now, I don't think you have the chance, because Alan will not choose Chelsea next season. Never, he will not.
No.
Because he has a release clause of 64 or 70 something. He won't choose Chelsea next season.
His order of clubs will be Madrid, Barcelona, and then it will be What's the PSG?
Even United have a chance next season because of the clause in his head.
I mean, if Cavani goes, that's the player I would want. I'll be honest. I've even said it with Man United, where why couldn't Harry Kane wait another 12 months? I would take Kane in 12 months' time when Cavani leaves.
He's 28 already. You want to take him when he's 30?
No, I would still take him when he's 28 for 3 years at least.
It's tough though. It's very, very tough. It's very, very tough though. Very, very tough. So it's a deal. See, this Halland deal is not something you can do. Also, it's the deal that needs for me.
This is the sort of saga that should happen with like the Sancho deal, really.
Yeah.
In theory, that's how long this deal should take, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of windows to even set it in motion, because there's not been any bids or anything like that. It's just interested.
Yeah.
I think half of Europe are going to be interested in Halland. Let's be honest.
Half of Europe, and if Chelsea can sign him now, that is a statement to the whole football world that hey, so this team can really sign a big name, Tiny.
The only problem I say with Halland, though, I think he'll struggle against low block teams.
Like a team that play like a low block, like Wolverhampton Wanderers, Burnley, Crystal Palace.
Oh, but Burnley is going to have a nightmare. I don't think he'll score. I think that'll be his bogey team.
You mean Burnley?
I don't think he'll score against Burnley. Don't have any space to run into at all. And like Ralph said before, he's not a player who's going to drive the ball from, say, the halfway line like an Mbappe or somebody would do. He's not that sort of player.
That's true. That's very exactly. We're giving Conte a new contract. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to be giving him a new contract.
You want to say something? I'm listening.
No, yeah. Well, are you doing watch along for England?
Yeah, I'm doing the watch along for England. Sure. In 2 hours time, we're doing the watch along. Because when I started doing this of Halland, I was like, let me quickly talk about it before I prepare myself for the watch along. Because I know if I'm gonna get a banter, let me prepare the banter. Let me prepare myself for the banter.
There's no fucking banter after that, mate. It's coming out.
Because we'll see. I'm not saying too much.
I'm telling you, even if England don't win tonight, Denmark are winning. The winner of the Euros is coming from this game tonight.
Wow.
Either of these two teams are beating Italy in the final because they've got purpose. They've got a reason. England have the fans in the stadium, and it's in London. It's the biggest opportunity they're going to get, and they've got the backing behind it.
And Denmark have
Christian Eriksen, exactly. So what's really the not to love? And I'd rather not have a bunch of Italians screaming down the bloody telephone, because I've got some Italian friends. I don't have them screaming down the phone. With, see whatever I can't speak Italian anyway.
Yes, I get it.
Whatever it is, it's coming home to take the piss in Italian. Who do you actually think is going to win it, though, Abdullah? Let's be honest.
It's tough though. Like
come on.
I've been picking it, and I've been in the mud ever since I picked it.
I can't remember who it was. Was it Zeman who said about Ukraine were going to wipe the floor with England?
Exactly. For me, I was like, Ukraine can beat England. The only thing that can think of giving a tough time that will shock the world is Denmark.
Yeah. Denmark.
It's Denmark. People say it's coming home. England will wipe them. Denmark could just go there and be defensive and boom, it on the counter and score goals and it's game over. It happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah.
And if England underrated Denmark, it's gonna be a shock in the world football. A shock.
I don't think it is a shock though, Abdullah, because they've played really well.
It's gonna be a shock. Do you know the population of Denmark?
Oh yeah,
compared to England?
I know it will be a shock as in because England should get to the final, really. But
because this is where they will question the mentality of the team. If a Denmark team if they can beat England, that's gonna be a shock for me though.
I think tonight could easily be a game of the tournament contender, really. No, not just because it's the semi-final and possibility to get to the final. But both teams have purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both played decently well in the last What? Well, since the group stages, really.
Since the group stage, yeah, they've been playing
Yeah,
very well,
Ge-
and
Ge-
and they have a purpose of
Germany-
playing. They have a
England
purpose
had
of
Germany,
playing.
Ukraine, Denmark's had who did Denmark play? I can't remember who played now.
They play Switzerland. Is it Switzerland?
Oh no,
Sweden.
Switzerland was one of them. I can't remember who the other one was.
It's time for the AC penitentiary.
You got it on lockdown. Ziyech.
And Andreas Christensen.
Yeah, Christensen, Max Alonso.
We have to see. We have to wait and see, though. We have to wait and see.
Tomorrow's
So-
already shipped out.
Guys, I think this is what we're gonna talk about because I saw something was like, let me just talk about it for the news. So, guys, we're gonna be doing a watch along for the England Denmark match. I have to prepare myself. I have to get ready. I have to get myself ready for the match. How the match is gonna pan out, guys. Thank everybody for tuning in to the show. Really appreciate you guys. We're gonna be talking much about it. We'll see how the more news you see about Halland, the more we're gonna be talking about it much. But we're gonna wait and see how long we're gonna be talking about this Halland. But because me, I have a leeway about it. I'm gonna wait until it's officially confirmed, it's signed, this dotted line, bloom, bloom, bloom is signed. Now I can talk. At this moment, is a potential signing. Once that happens, I have a leeway in which I'm gonna talk my mind out about it. So I appreciate everybody for coming up, for tuning up, or thank you guys for coming up. So we're gonna do a watch along for the England Denmark. Make sure you guys turn up for the match and see you guys. Peace, guys. Peace.
Peace out.
Mhm.